Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayson. I am a forest gardener and a forest garden designer. And whoa, what a busy few weeks. I have been, just this morning, I've been doing a quote for a job, a job in the neighbourhood, which is brilliant, lovely little job. I say little, it's actually quite a lot of work. It's 20 metres by 20 metres by 12, something like that. And it is up on above a house. It's like you access it by a ladder, and it's going to have a post and rail oak fencing and a pergola and like a windbreak hedge, screening hedge at the back, wildflowers, obviously some edibles, edible ornamentals in there as well. So that's what I've been doing, and it's that whole thing of working for a living. It just means that you don't do your own stuff. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, you know, being a garden designer, forest garden designer, is a lot of work. But that's good. I enjoy it. So I'm not moaning. Just saying, there's not as I haven't done as much as I want on the gardens here. So here's this is the Kerry Valley. Kind of cold last night, -2 in the polytunnel. And yeah, it's about, I don't know, 8 degrees. It's warmish now, warmed up now. I've been doing a bit of work. So there's a couple of things I wanted to show for hard landscaping episode today. This is the spoil from the back of a house. It's a lot of shale and clay shale kind of stuff, and it makes actually a really good foundation for you know, you can compact it if you want to make a path out of it, and then as a foundation, like hardcore material. It's brilliant. Not really doing that here. What we've done, I'm really bang on now about any size garden. You want to have access on the perimeter, so I always kind of put in a perimeter path, and that's what I have mown around the edge of this field. This is the forest garden nuttery, so it's like a slowly 2 acres, big trees are in, starting to put the windbreak, the dead hedges in. We'll plant windbreaks possibly this winter, probably next winter, and it's a slow boil. But there's still stuff that you do throughout, and big part of it is whatever stage you're at in the garden, it's always good to have access. So we put the spoil here. We had a digger and a dumper here for a couple of days, and yeah, just amazing how quickly. So we've cleared the space from the back of the house, so there is actually room at the back of the house now for various things, and so this is where all the spoil is, and it's filled in all the gaps. There's like a gully down here by the track. There's a track on the other side over there, and there's a gully down here, and we've had it levelled out, and this really is so that we can have a grass path going all the way round. So I'm going to sow this with grass seed, not particularly, you know, it's a bit shady for grass, but I'll put some grass seed down here, and grass will eventually grow here. And then for the rest of it, so that will go right to the edge. I'll cut that holly and bramble back a bit, but for the rest of it, I'm going to sow some wildflower seed. Now, the story behind the wildflower seed is there's a really lovely garden centre nearby, Brondesbury Garden Centre in Cardigan, and there's a chap there called Neil who's lovely, and I was chatting to Neil like you do and talking about wildflowers, and he has some wildflower seed. I said, oh, I'll have some of that, and he goes, oh, you can have 20% off or 10% off or whatever it was. Oh, that's very kind of you. I thought he meant the little box. He actually meant the big box, so I couldn't say no, because then I end up with this massive, great big, I don't know if it was like 5 or 10 kilos of native wildflower seed and mix. So that's what I'm going to put down here. So I didn't actually need it. I was only going to get a little bit and just try out a patch, but I actually have got a whole load of it. So I'm going to sow grass seed, which I've got left over from a previous job, and then this wildflower seed, which I bought by accident, and that will be here. The rest of this stuff is bramble, and it is throughout this entire area down to the part where that path is. That's bramble, and that's a job for the winter, like January time, is to dig out the bramble roots one by one, which is a massive job. But there we go. That's what happens if you don't have a perimeter path, and if you don't keep on top of your bramble, it takes over, and then it's actually an awful lot of work to get rid of. So don't let bramble take over. And then you can see the boundary of the kind of more cultivated side. That's where those that dead hedge is there, the posts in the ground. So that's the first bit, the hard landscaping. I've been borrowing the builders their rake. I'm sure they won't mind. And this is the other bit. So this is the spot from the house. So we've had the house, we had the kitchen, we had a galley kitchen. You're going to get one person in there at a time, and we've had it. We've had the wall removed. This is very exciting, being put in. So now you can get 2 people in the kitchen, which is absolutely an amazing amount of space. And what we've got here is a load of concrete. So this is going to be used, this area here is on a bit of a slope. So we will, there's some more spoil from a pond up the track. So I'll get that, get a dumper truck, again, dumper truck and a digger for a day, half day maybe even. And then this area here, I'm going to put hardcore down here. And then I want to experiment with hogging, which is a gravel, clay and sand mix. Yeah, I'm kind of really interested in using it. So it's just going to be like a utility area, well, a playground basically for the kids. So we can put their stuff down here and put a little fence around it as well. And yeah, it'll be nice. That's another long-term project. So I've got to sort out all the rubble and build all the builder's rubble. And as you can see from the wall, there's some really lovely bits of slate. We'll use this. We've got some more building work to do. So there's all these massive, great big bits of slate. And I've got to sift through all the big bits of slate, and I'll put the big bits of slate down. And then I've got the bricks, and I'll put the bricks to one side, and then everything else I'll level out. I want to keep a path, perimeter path, all the way down the edge here. You see, I haven't been doing that down here. That's all bramble as well, but that's the plan. That's the other kind of hard landscaping plan that I'm doing, is sort that out, plasterboard, that will smash that up and that will go in. But get all the decent bricks and all the decent stone, but the kind of concrete and tiles and plasterboard, that can all go in as hardcore, and then build up this level here, and then put like a hard surface on, and then use it. Bits of old wood. I'll actually, yeah, just going to create a little bonfire thing. There we go. So that's what my hard landscaping jobs. Obviously there's 1,001 other jobs that need doing. There's an awful lot of planting, an awful lot of recovery stuff that needs to be done as well. I've got a ton of bark that needs to be spread out. But alas, all the client jobs need to come first. There we go. That's me, my hard landscaping jobs for the day. I am live streaming on, I've got a forest garden workshop, 7 PM till 9 PM on the first Monday of every month. That's a freebie, and you can sign up for my website, natureworks.org.uk /courses/a real time. And that's a 2-hour workshop, and you can bring your stuff along, and we can talk about it in a Zoom meeting after. And then I have a live stream, a monthly live stream, first Wednesday of the month. Actually, it's the second Wednesday of the month this time. I messed it up. But that's on Wednesday the 8th of December. I'm talking about dead hedges. If you don't know what a dead hedge is, come on, that is a dead hedge. It's a pile of sticks, basically. But I shall be talking about them. I'll still manage to speak for an hour about them. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, bye.